And we're back with Republican Senator Lindsey Graham, former presidential candidate turned Ted Cruz supporter. He is in Clemson, South Carolina. Senator, sorry, I got your history there a little mangled. Tell us, what's the situation with the Stop Trump movement?
Well, I think Indiana's a big test of it. I'm advising Ted, go to the last vote. Trump's gotten 40% of the popular vote. That doesn't give you 1237 delegates. I think you could still stop him even if you lose in Indiana. So my view to Ted is to stop fighting. And there's been a lot of talk about Lucifer. I think Lucifer may be the only person Trump could beat in a general election. And when it comes to women and Hispanics, Trump polls like Lucifer. So this is a contest between conservatism and Trumpism will get creamed at the ballot box, hurting our House and Senate chances. So this is why I'm so behind Ted. Keep fighting, Ted.
You mentioned Lucifer. That was a comment made by former House Speaker John Boehner, a former colleague of yours.
Friend, too.
What's that?
He's a friend.
He's a friend. So if you're trying to survive as a candidate, that's not a great thing to have said about you out there.
Well, no, but there's a civil war going on in the Republican Party. Obviously, John and I are very close friends, but he's embracing Donald Trump, and I am not. Why? Because I believe Donald Trump's foreign policy is isolationism. It will lead to another 9/11. Trump doesn't understand the Obama-Clinton mistakes. They didn't intervene in Iraq. They withdrew from Iraq. Obama didn't intervene in Syria. He failed to act against sound military advice when it would have mattered in Syria. The people of Libya rose up against Gaddafi. Our failure was not to follow through, and Trump never mentioned Afghanistan. So his foreign policy to me is just isolationism. We're either going to fight radical Islam over there in their backyard or in our backyard, but Trump is the most unelectable candidate we could put up against Hillary Clinton. Women and Hispanics hate his guts for good reason.
Well, okay, let's unpack some of that. First, let's talk about Senator Bob Corker, your colleague in the Senate, chairman of the chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee, who said that the speech you just criticized there was a good speech, challenged the conventional wisdom in the foreign policy world. He seemed to think it was okay. He's no dummy.
No, he's no dummy, but I completely disagree with Bob. He's a friend also. Obama did not intervene in Iraq. We had Iraq in a good place. He withdrew all of our forces against sound military advice. He didn't intervene in Syria. His entire national security team advised President Obama to help the Free Syrian Army. When Assad was on the ropes, he took a pass. That's how ISIL came about. ISIL came about because of poor foreign policy choices by President Obama. Leading from behind is not working. I was hoping to hear from Donald Trump an alternative to leading from behind, and I did not hear that alternative. In Donald Trump's world, South Korea, Japan, and Germany are free riders. In my world, they're valuable allies that have made the world and America safer. So we really do have a very different view of how to defend America. And I think Hillary Clinton is an incredibly flawed candidate, but she will mop the floor with Donald Trump because with women and Hispanics, they hate Donald Trump because he's so harsh and he's so cruel in his policies toward illegal immigration, and he's so insulting toward women in general. The Republican Party, if we embrace Donald Trump, you're rejecting conservatism for Trumpism, which is a cult of a strong man that absolutely is nowhere near conservatism.
So, nevertheless, two of your friends have said favorable things already. We've only gotten, we've gotten two people who are supporting him. Also, Senator John Cornyn said favorable things about Donald Trump. There is this feeling in the party, among people I talk to, there's plenty of reporting out there that the energy of the party is no longer with the Stop Trump movement, but it is with Republicans getting in behind Donald Trump and his candidacy.
I don't see it that way. I'll tell you this. If Trump fails on the first ballot, most of the South Carolina delegates will vote for Ted Cruz. And if I'm a delegate, I'll be one of them. Let me just tell my friends, who I really do respect, if you're embracing Donald Trump, you're destroying conservatism. You will make it hard for this party to ever regain footing with Hispanics because his immigration proposal is unworkable, is hateful. When it comes to women, we're alienating women who should be coming our way after 8 years of Obama. So to my friends, if you think Donald Trump is the answer to the Republicans' problems with women and Hispanics, I disagree. If you think his foreign policy is sound, you're obviously not listening to the same man I'm listening to. So there's a civil war going on in the Republican Party. I hope and pray that Ted Cruz, who is a reliable conservative, can carry the banner in November so we don't get wiped out.
What's your advice to your Republican colleagues who are in states, senators who are up for re-election if Donald Trump is the nominee? What should they do?
Be your own person. Reject Donald Trump's approach to solving immigration because it won't work and it's hateful. Establish your own persona and your own relationship with American women voters. Embrace conservatism. Reject Trumpism. Do not buy the siren song of isolationism. Donald Trump said he rejects the siren song of globalization. Well, let me tell you, Donald, globalization is here to stay, and this is a religious war. They're compelled by their faith, ISIL, to attack us. So if you withdraw from the world, they're coming here. I choose to fight them in their backyard so we don't have to fight them in our backyard. I choose to fight them with partners. Don't say that we should ban all Muslims to come to America, because it'd be hard to get Muslims to fight with you in the Mideast where ISIL exists. Don't declare war on the religion, declare war on radical Islam. To my Republican colleagues, distance yourself as much as you can from Donald Trump because he's toxic for conservatism.
All right, Senator Lindsey Graham with a very cloudy and hard to understand message there. Senator,
strong letter to follow. Thank you.
Right. Senator, thanks so much for being with us this morning, and we'll be back in a moment.